Hey Munchkins, it's Miss Jen here again. I'm outside in one of my favorite places to be, my garden. I've got a special story for you today. It's called The Worm. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you The Worm. Enchanté. The worm is a long animal that's shaped like a tube. It doesn't have a skeleton or a spine. It's an invertebrate. It also doesn't have any legs. So what? If I had legs, I'd have to buy shoes. There are many different kinds of worms. Here are some of them. The earthworm. I'm the most popular. The tapeworm. I'm not actually sticky. The flatworm. The white worm. I'm called a worm, but I have legs. Many insect larvae, like the maggot, which is a baby fly. Some worms are so small that you need a microscope to see them. Others can be 115 feet or 35 meters tall or long, like the ribbon worm that lives in oceans and rivers. Aw, you're so cute, says the little tiny worm. Little worm. Big worm. Little worm. Big worm. Worms can live in different habitats. Some live in the water, others live in rotting plants. Some even live inside human or animal bodies. Pass the salt, please. These worms are called parasites. The most common worm is the earthworm. An earthworm is basically a long digestive tract inside a muscle tube. It's that muscle tube that's slimy and disgusting. Hey, I'm not disgusting. Earthworms have no eyes, but they can sense light with something called photoreceptors, sensors in the worm's skin that react to light. No eyes? That can't be true. I'm sure I had some eyes around here somewhere. Let me look. Earthworms move by squeezing their muscles, causing their bodies to contract and expand. Contract, expand. Contract, expand. Feel these. I don't think this book is true to life. Earthworms eat rotting plants and enrich the soil by making paths that let air and water circulate in it. Thank you, kind sir. You're welcome, madame. It's good for nature. So they eat the rotting plants and enrich the soil by making paths that allow air and water to circulate in it. So keep that in mind. I'm going to show you something afterwards. Many kinds of worms are hermaphrodites, which means they have both male and female reproductive organs. In other words, an earthworm is a boy and a girl at the same time. They still need a partner to reproduce, though. You look ravishing today, dear. Silly. Earthworms might seem pretty gross, but they're very useful. They recycle nature's waste and help turn it into soil. Farmers and gardeners love earthworms. We do. Fishermen use earthworms to catch fish, and some people even eat them and find them delicious. What? Delicious? No. I'm disgusting. So next time you meet an earthworm, be polite. Worms are your friends. Hey worm, wanna play football? The end. So I told you I was going to show you something special. And it was about gardeners who love worms. So I love when there's worms in my garden. And if I find them in one spot and I want them in another, I'll put them in. I'll head over to something special called a compost bin. So a big bin is called a compost bin. And what it is, I'm going to open it up here. Oh 1 second. And look at that. It's all different fruit and vegetable scraps, dead grass and leaves, and you add water to it and you mix it stinks a little bit, not too bad. And you put some water in it and you mix it up, and eventually you throw any earthworms you find into it and it will decompose and become earth. Really good nutrient-rich soil that's good for gardens. Now, we're talking about earthworms. So it's really hot out right now. So I'm probably not going to be able to find any right now unless I look in a really shady spot. And I don't really have any shady spots right now. But sometimes, if you lift up underneath rocks and stuff like that, or under tarps, let's see if I can find some underneath this tarp here. Look, see, I found these worms here. They love the damp ground. This is an earthworm. We are going to put all the earthworms we find over into my compost bin so that they'll help.
To make it into soil.
Yep, exactly. The worms are going to help break all of this stuff up inside.
Because we have to put worms inside of garbage.
So that's one type of worm. That was the earthworm. Look around your properties, outside, in your garden, especially underneath things where there's shade or it's damp, or first thing in the morning when after the dew is on the ground, or at night if it's rained a little bit and you take a flashlight out, sometimes you can find worms on top. Or take a look and see what other type of worms. Can you find any maggots? Hopefully not. There's maggots. There's pretty much maggots and earthworms are gonna be the only ones you're gonna see. But see if you can find some earthworms, and then if you can, and take a picture of it for me. And if you can't find an earthworm, then draw a picture for me of an earthworm or any other type of worm like in that book and I'll put some pictures up for you to see. If you want to do something extra, instead of just drawing or taking a picture of a worm, what other bugs can you find in your garden? You can draw a picture or take a picture of it if you would like, and show me what you find.